Hello, beautiful people from the internet. It is Connie over here. How are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good myself. Thank you for asking. Well, the other day I was scouting through the internet and I saw my own video pop up on my recommended, and it was called How to Smoke a Cigarette according to WikiHow. And so I went to WikiHow again to see if they had any updated tutorials on how to smoke a cigarette. And what I discovered was far more interesting. Apparently they have this tutorial called How to Enjoy a Cigarette, which I'm going to be following today, of course, and I'm going to be doing it together with you guys. I didn't read this very, deeply or thoroughly. I just looked at it and I was like, yep, I need to show this to everyone. This is gonna be funny as hell. So I'm going to be leaving it somewhere on the screen so you guys can read along, but I guess we are going to be learning how to enjoy a cigarette today, all right? Because I know how to smoke a cigarette, but do I know how to enjoy one? I don't know. That's what we are going to learn. So it appears that it has 4 parts again. They love to do this with the parts. I don't know, it's kind of unnecessary, but you do you, WikiHow. I don't know. So the first part, it seems to be choosing a cigarette, which honestly is not that hard to me because I've already chosen it. It's going to be a Chesterfield Original 100, but let's just see what they talk about here, all right? So they say pick a brand. Often a smoker just starting out chooses lights or ultralights. Not me. I started with Chesterfield Blacks, which are full-flavored, strong cigarettes. So I'm just cooler than all of these new smokers, I guess. Well, I don't know what I'm talking, to be honest. Some of the most popular and highly rated brands include Marlboro, Camel, Lucky Strike, Newport, and Pall Mall. Funny enough, I don't have Newports or Pall Malls here in Portugal because they are just not sold here. Anyway, I have already chosen my cigarettes. Let's just see. Consider menthol cigarettes. I wish. They are not available in Portugal, my man. Next, smoke cloves. Cloves are a common spice used in cooking and baking. Cloves can be infused with tobacco to create a flavored cigarette. That sounds very interesting to me. I might have to try that, but today I don't have any cloves on me. So, next, try flavored cigarettes. I wish, WikiHow, I wish I could do that. But you know what's the problem? The problem is that they are not available in Portugal. Better said, they are banned. They are illegal. I cannot get them. So let's go. Part 2 out of 4. This is the most interesting part, maybe only after the actual smoking the cigarette, but let's learn how to light a cigarette to be able to enjoy it. So, first, pack your cigarettes. Most brands of cigarettes benefit from a good packing. Packing your cigarettes will tighten the tobacco, resulting in slower burning cigarette. All right, before opening the plastic film, this is already open. I mean, can I still do it? Can I be part of the cool kids still? I'm gonna read the rest of it. Smack the pack filter side down onto the heel of your palm rapidly for roughly 10 to 20 seconds. Filter side down, all right. 10 to 20 seconds, you're joking. There's no way this... Wait, is it like this? Filter side down. Well, the filter side... Where are the filters? Oh, the filters are on top. My bad, I was doing it wrong. Anyway, 10 to 20 seconds on this? Brother, it's probably been 10 seconds. Well, that's probably good enough. I hope my cigarettes are not destroyed. Hang in there, guys. Anyway, let's see. Know when not to pack your cigarettes. Maybe I should have read this first. What if I was not supposed to pack them? Some cigarettes, American Spirits for example, are already packed with tobacco. Oh, totally fine. I don't have American Spirits. Yeah, that's totally fine. I have Chesterfield Original 100s and they don't say anything about not packing the cigarettes, I hope. So I should be good to go. Number 3, use a good lighter. Big lighters, which cost $1 at a convenience store, are cheap and work fine, but they do not give the same satisfaction as using a classic Zippo lighter. Yes, a classic Zippo lighter costs 50 euros in my country. I much rather use a Clipper lighter that costs 4.50 euros at any little convenience store or gas station. They have cool ass looking designs, can you see that? And they do the job pretty well, okay? So, whatever, I don't care about the good lighter. This is good enough for me. Number 4. This is what I am excited for, okay? Light the cigarette. Hold the filter end of the cigarette to your lips. Ignite your lighter and hold the flame just below the end of the cigarette. Puff the cigarette by inhaling gently into your mouth. Do this until the whole end of the cigarette is glowing and lit. I'm about to get lit with it. That's what I wanted to add to this little tutorial. Anyway, we shall now go to the interesting part of this tutorial, which is going to be me lighting the cigarette. Let's go. Well, hold the filter end to your lips, ignite your lighter just below the end of the cigarette. All right, that sounds easy enough. They also said you can rotate the cigarette, which I had never heard of before. Usually you rotate cigars to light them. Cigarettes, I was not aware of. So, before I take any more wrong hits, okay, we need to get to the part 3 out of 4, which is smoking the cigarette. Let's get it. Smoke unrushed. When smoking, be sure that you are not rushed, that you will not be bothered, and that you are either alone or with people you like. I'm with the people I like, you guys, so we are already doing first step correctly. This will allow you to enjoy your smoking time that much more, especially if you have smoking buddies with you, which I do have. I hope you guys are enjoying your time. Damn, now I'm bothered. I'm bothered by the trash truck. I guess I'm not doing this correctly anymore because I felt a little bit bothered there, and the tutorial here says, do not be bothered. Well, I was a little bit bothered, so I might be doing something wrong right now, but it's fine because we still have a couple more steps to go through, and I will go through them right now. Inhale your cigarette. Oh, I had already done that. I should have waited to read what they were gonna say about inhaling the cigarette. When putting a cigarette to your lips, it should not pass your teeth. Put the lit cigarette up to your lips, then suck the smoke gently with a long, steady intake into your lungs. Hold the smoke there for a second, and then inhale normally through your mouth, drawing air into your lungs. Damn, that is very thorough explanation on how to do this. It should not pass my teeth. All right. Wait, should I hold the smoke in my mouth or inhale it? Wait, what? I'm so confused. Hold the smoke there for a second. Oh, I need to hold the smoke in my mouth for a second. I didn't realize that. Let's try again. Well, I am enjoying this cigarette, I can tell you that much. So, up until now, it is working. But hold the cigarette, hold the smoke in my mouth. What should I do with it? Because if I do this, I just look like an amateur, like a little hamster trying to smoke a cigarette. We don't want that. So how can I not puff my cheeks when holding the smoke? Well, I mean, I am enjoying it, so it's working, you know? But holding the smoke in my mouth, I need to find a better way to do that without looking like a little animal, lost, not knowing how to smoke a cigarette. When inhaling, be sure not to hold the smoke in your mouth and exhale quickly. This is called bum puffing, and it will taste a lot worse than a proper inhale. What? Hold it in my mouth and exhaling it? It doesn't taste bad at all. It tastes like a cigarette. It tastes pretty damn good to me, if I'm gonna be honest here. Why should I not do that? Anyway, some recommend wetting your lips with your tongue slightly before putting the cigarette to your mouth, so the cigarette doesn't stick to your lips. That is very smart. I've never done that in my life. Let's try. You know what? That's genius. Why had I never heard of that before? That is a very nice tip. Thank you, WikiHow. I didn't know to do that. I don't know. I've been smoking for 3 years, man, and I didn't know I could wet my lips to let the filter not stick to my mouth. Maybe I could have thought about it before on my own, but I'm gonna be honest, that idea didn't cross my mind before I read it here on WikiHow, so I guess now I know better. Number 3. Exhale the smoke. After inhaling, keep the smoke in your lungs for a short while, then exhale. That is difficult. A short while, that is relative. For you, it could be 5 seconds. For me, it could be 10 minutes. What is a short while? I need it to be more specific, okay? So I'm gonna assume a short while is like 3 seconds. Let's go. You know what? That was very enjoyable. I think I even got a better taste of the cigarette when I was exhaling it. Maybe I should have done that before. A short while, I'm gonna assume that's 3 seconds, so that's why I did the 3 seconds. Not exactly sure if that's the right amount of time, but that's just the time I'm going to choose. Smoking a cigarette, it's not like smoking marijuana. You will not get high from inhaling, and waiting until you nearly pass out to exhale. Instead, breathe in normally lung capacity, hold it for a moment, then exhale. Again, a moment, that's not very specific. I'm gonna assume it's about 3 seconds. Wait, when you smoke Mary J, are you supposed to hold the smoke until you almost pass out? What are they saying here exactly? I don't really understand what that means. Let me read that again. You will not get high from inhaling and waiting until you nearly pass out to exhale. What? Is that not common sense? I mean, I'm glad WikiHow teaches this, because otherwise I could have not known. But I guess I knew not to hold the smoke there until I nearly passed out, because that seems a little uncomfortable. Anyway, next, ash properly. The cigarette should be ashed whenever the ashes get to the length of about 1/4 of an inch or more. There's no precise length at which one should ash a cigarette, so use your best judgment. Maybe like this? Wait. I don't know how long an inch is, so I don't know how long 1/4 of an inch is, because I use centimeters like a normal European person, so I have no clue about those measurements. But I just ash it. I think it looks pretty good now. Don't aggressively flick your ashes away. Why not? If you have an ashtray, I mean, I guess if you flick it too aggressively, the cigarette could lit off because you could flick too much out of it. So I guess that's why. But they don't specify why you should not flick it aggressively. They just say not to do it. I'd like to get further detail on why you should not do that though. All right, and I guess I reached this part perfectly. Extinguish your cigarette is number 5, and I'm about that point. So let's see how I should do it to get the most enjoyment out of it. Once the cigarette is down to just before the filter, extinguish it. It's pretty good at that point right now. When outdoors, throw the butt down near you and step on it. Actually, carry a little ashtray when you go outside, so you don't have to throw it on the ground, and you can just throw it out on your little ashtray so you don't litter the ground. WikiHow, you should know better, okay? There's no littering here. When putting a cigarette out in an ashtray, hold the cigarette vertically, lit end down. Push and grind the cigarette into the tray until there's no sign of glowing heat. All right, I'm gonna take my ashtray out, and I'm gonna do this with you guys. So, lit part down, and then I just push it down until there's no glowing thing. All right, let's see. Nothing is glowing. Looks about right to me. I'm gonna put it in my ashtray, and then we're gonna continue with the tutorial. What does it say after? Make sure to throw the cigarette in a bin if outside. Do not leave it burning on the ground, as it poses a fire hazard. That's true. I just don't know why they encourage people to put their cigarettes on the ground and like stub on them, because then the butt is gonna be on the ground and you're going to be littering. Anyway, don't keep smoking the cigarette once it gets closer to 8 millimeters to 12 millimeters close to the filter. The smoke will get hot at that point. That is true. I have burnt my fingers countless times because I tried to smoke it more than it was willing to smoke, and it was not a very pleasurable experience. So I guess this is a good point. Put it out at the point when it's ready to put it out, and do not try to smoke it more, because you will burn your fingers and it's not very enjoyable. So that is a good way to enjoy putting out your cigarette. And there's still a part 4, smoking with etiquette. Okay, we should read this as well. Hold the cigarette properly. Hold the cigarette between your index and middle finger somewhere on the filter. Exactly where you hold depends on what's comfortable for you. Okay, I like to hold it exactly where they said. If this was a cigarette, I would hold it like this, between my middle and index fingers, so I guess pretty good. Don't gesture with the cigarette. If you have to point or gesture towards something while talking, use the other hand. I think I've done this wrong a couple times. Sometimes I'm like talking and I'm gesturing the cigarette, so I should not do that, because that is going to prevent me from enjoying my cigarette, apparently. Number 3, ask before you light up when on someone else's property. That's common sense, I think. I mean, if I'm close to someone and they are not a smoker, I'll be like, can I smoke a cigarette here? If they say yes, I'm gonna be smoking my cigarette. If they say no, I'm gonna be like, well, all right, I'm just gonna go over there then, and I'm gonna smoke a cigarette there, I guess. And the last one is manage your butts properly, responsibly. Don't throw cigarettes into trash cans without fully extinguishing them, as cigarettes are a fire hazard. I mean, okay, WikiHow, you taught me how to fully enjoy a cigarette. I appreciate that. The smoking etiquette part, I mean, was that really necessary? I just wanted to know how to enjoy it. I didn't want to know about smoking etiquette. So, I guess the purpose of this video was accomplished, as I now know how to enjoy a cigarette, and I did just enjoy a cigarette, and it was very nice. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video as well. I hope you now know how to enjoy a cigarette, just because I now learned how to do it, so I hope you learned as well. And I hope you have a hell of a good time from now on, and I hope you have a great day and you come back to watch more if you want to. So yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye!